So I'm sure you must have come across this Openclaw. It was before known as Claude Bot, if you see here, and then renamed to Moltbot. And this morning I saw it is now as Openclaw. So it's an open source AI agent. And first thing I wanted to tell you is that do not install it, do not use it until and unless you fully understand how this agent work, because you will end up losing your data. And of course you do not want to run it in your corporate environment where your workplace. You can be in a big shit, in a big problem. I mean it. And because it has access to WhatsApp, Telegram, Slack, Teams, you may want to think, okay, hey, how do I integrate with my team and Slack at my workplace? Do not do this. You are going to be in a big problem. So what is this product and how does it work, and why this agent is so risky and it can leak data? There is no privacy. However, there are some practices and some workaround available, which I will show you. But at this point, I'm also doing some research. I have not installed it, and really I can't wait to install it. I know how I'm gonna do it. Maybe I'll put a separate video in the future once I'm done the installation in my environment. But do not install it as we speak, because you are handing over your data by yourself. Because if you are someone who is non-technical, you can be in a big problem, because I've seen people using it for Gmail. Guess what? It will have access to your all Gmail. It can read and write to your Gmail, send emails, and it's vulnerable to prompt injection. Somebody can send a prompt injected email to your Gmail, and your email or Gmail account can be hacked, or it can retrieve the information and give it to that particular attacker or hacker, whatever the case is. So again, this product is very, I don't know, it seems to be very automated. It's a lot of automation and productivity, but again, it comes with a lot of vulnerabilities, a lot of security issues. So this is surprising, because what it does, it has a list of the options what it can run on your machine. Whatever Windows, Linux, Anthropic, it integrate with your OpenAI or any model you wanted to use, even the local models, if you are concerned. But that's the different thing, how you integrate with the model. But when you install it on your computer, on your machine, you give the full access. It can read, write, all these. So if you're a non-technical person, you would not know how to configure all that stuff. That can be very messy. And once you set it up on your computer, on a MacBook, for example, you just have to run the shell command. Or a Linux computer, you don't have to download anything. It will just go and do it and install it through the libraries or whatever the integration available from the internet, and you would not even notice, and you're already logged into your computer as admin, right? So that's a problem. And then it requires you to connect with any of your chat app, which can be WhatsApp, Telegram, Discord, you name it. You need a messaging app, for example, it says even iMessage. So again, then it will have full access. It will send notification. It can even send you prompt injection to your Telegram, and then from Telegram it can forward message to your WhatsApp and other people who are connected in your network and all that. So again, that's being said, without fully understanding how this product works, even for the technical person, as a non-technical person, I would highly, again, keep saying that do not use that. It has a persistent memory, because AI, this is how it works. And the persistent memory means it doesn't have to take action right away. It restores the data for some time, maybe whatever the time is mentioned there, and then it can take action on that. So this is the future or new type of attack can be done, because it can have a prompt injection vulnerable code, and then it can execute at a later time. It doesn't have to do right away. So persistent memory is there. So how much data it can accommodate in the persistent memory, based on, I think, belief on the on your computer configuration and all that stuff, it can hold to that, and then later it can execute those things, which can even be a problem. And somebody can literally launch even attack on different website if this tool is installed everywhere. So I'm calling it as an AI malware without having any security best practices. It can have full access on your browser through the Chrome browser. You can do a lot of automation, but automation come with the highly risky activities and automation, again, data leakage and all that, because once you give access to the browser, it has everything access what is can be a safe password on your browser and all the website you go to. So basically you are giving full access and it will have same access as you do it on your daily basis. So that's why I'm saying do not use it, because you are basically giving your permission of your browser or your computer to someone who you don't know. But instead of physically somebody is there, it's an AI agent that will do the same thing. It can be go as rogue as it can. It has full system access, as you can see, read and write. Yeah, they are saying as a feature, which I get it if you really want to make the best of the product, but now it will have full access. So again, if you're a non-techie person and if you do not know how to control the permissions or your computer or server, wherever you're going to run it, it will have read-write access to all the files for all the operating system. You can even execute all these commands and run a script, and this can be extremely dangerous. It can even make your machine vulnerable, your endpoint vulnerable, and it can launch attack from your computer. It can even scan whole home network. So, but it has full access. It's highly dangerous. That's what I'm trying to say. And then skills and plugin. This is like is another features uses for a skill, which is Claude or Anthropic. They introduced it. So basically, it works as a RAG or something. You can define a criteria. So it's going to work in that way. When you just type, hey, how Elon Musk would think, or Bill Gates something. So you can define those skills, and then whenever there is a skill matches that thing what you're looking for, it's going to work. And then all the integration it has with all these chat platform, Gmail, GitHub and all that, and people are using it. There's still a lot of integration, GitHub and all that. Again and again, I'm telling you, do not use it to fully understand, because it's a huge mess. However, they have some configuration and details available, which I'm gonna show you, but they renamed it a number of times, and they're coming up with all the features. Here is their website. They're talking about security, but again, this security is for someone who is in the security line, security field, who understand. And then even these things are not supposed to be run on that computer you're using it. Basically, you have to sandbox or something, but they have some details here. How does it work and all that stuff. So I'm not saying all this thing because it's risky and all that. There is a very good article available from Palo Alto. Who doesn't know Palo Alto? So if you go to the Palo Alto, you'll find it's very powerful, but it is very insecure at the same time. It has a lot of documentation where it says how this can turn into a problem for HTML payload and all that stuff. Interesting thing is about Telegram message, which I was talking about. It can sender will be threatened or treated in the same level because a trusted user, and then it can forward those malicious code which reside. So again, Motlbot has a persistent memory, which means malicious instruction hidden in or forward to message are now available in the context. So again, be very careful, be very diligent when you start playing around with Motlbot, and all the documentation available from security vendor providers. So I would highly recommend go through it. Here is another one which is from the Cisco, which I pulled it for you. Cisco has a lot of detailed information, and beyond this they have talked about 3,000 some vulnerabilities and all that stuff. And then they're also saying Openclaw integration with the messaging application that extend the attack surface to those applications has already been reported to have leaked plain text API keys. Yes, it used plain text API. The further details available on the website or on the X if you go and find out. So again, do not just go because everybody has, it's a hype. Social media is full of this and everybody's using it. Hey, we have automated this and that. Yeah, I get it, but again, it comes at the cost of risk and losing your data. So do not use it without even fully understanding it. There's another article available from Forbes, which has a very good explanation here as well. There is one more which I wanted to show. For example, this article, if I have it, which talks about all those stuff. Maybe it's the Palo Alto one. Yeah, this one. So access to the private data. And exposure to untrusted content, because once it's on your computer, it's exposing to the data which you don't know. It runs 24/7. It might be exfiltrating data from your computer to the outside and externally communicating, because this is the problem. And the next big thing is when I mentioned here the persistent memory, which I was talking about. Attacker no longer need to just put in time and exploit. We have seen threats like solar winds and all that. So again, they can just write a code and execute after 2 months, for example, if the tool is still on your computer, so again, that can be a problem. It doesn't have to be a real-time attack. It can be very planned attack. And there is a OWASP vulnerabilities mapping has been mentioned on this Palo Alto. OWASP agent risk criteria and Moltbot implementation, which is prompt injection. It's vulnerable to prompt injection, is a highly insecure agent. Excessive agent memory, missing human in the loop because fully automated humans, agent memory poisoning, all that stuff. Insecure third-party integration because you don't know how the integration work, and you cannot really define a role-based access, which is insufficient privilege. Supply chain model risk is also there. So these are very well defined and mapped, and there's a lot more to come. It's early in phase, is developing. All of a sudden it's been hype on social media for the last 3 days. I'm watching, it's been there since November, but everybody is going crazy about it. It's full, social media is full of this. So again, I'm not sure if you're using it, but let me know. And then best practices, I'm also setting up my separate environment to use this product. So if you are using it, let me know what's your experience, and if you're not, and if you found out something else across on this, and the security best practices. If you use this, for example, here, all these settings they have here for Android, iOS and everything. So it's all technical stuff. This is what I'm trying to say. And if you're not a technical person, then I would highly recommend do not use it and stay away from this product unless you have a full understanding of this Openclaw, which is Moltbot and Cloudbot. So I hope this is helpful. Stay tuned for the next one, and I'll share more details. Thanks for watching.